Hello and welcome. This fifth grade math video is going to be all about a review of place value. Okay, so before we dive into the practice problems, what I want to do is kind of review what the place value names are for each value or each place value of a number. So when we start all the way over here at the right side of the number, that's the ones place. So any number or any digit there is representing how many ones the number has. Then as we move to the left, the numbers or the values get bigger. So we start with ones, then we have tens and hundreds. A lot of times the thousands is separated from the rest of the numbers with a comma, and that's why you'll see a little comma after the word thousands here. Then we have 10,000, 100,000, and then another comma before we get to our millions place. Now, if we wanted to keep going all the way past the millions place, it would be the 10 million, then the 100 million, comma, and then the billion. So the pattern starts to repeat after it gets to the thousands place. The only number that doesn't repeat is the ones. So the ones are just the ones. And then over here we have the thousands, but then you see the 1000, 1000, and that would be true over to the left of the millions place as well. So let's take a number and put it on the place value chart. Let's say my number is 5,675. So this is what a number would look on a place value chart. This would tell me that this number has 5 ones, 7 tens, 6 hundreds, and 5 thousands. If my number was 3,476,892, which is a big number, the place value chart helps me know where to put the commas and what each digit represents. So 2 ones, 9 tens, 800, 6,000, 7 10,000s, 400,000s, and 3 millions. Okay, so here is our first practice problem. This is written in what we call unit form, where we take a number and we break it up by place values, but we take the digit and then we write the name of what place value that digit is in. Now, I may be moving kind of fast through place value, and that's because when we get into fifth grade, a lot of this is review for us. So that's why I might be moving kind of fast and through some different types of problems. But if you're not sure what I'm talking about and you'd like to go deeper, look into my place value videos for some of the previous grades, like fourth grade, third grade. Those go a little bit in deeper into place value. Okay, so here we have our number, which is 8,888. They're asking us how many of each number we have, or how many of each place value we have. So how many thousands we have, we go to the thousands place and we'd see we have 8 in the thousands place, which means we have 8 thousands. If they're asking us how many hundreds we have, we would just go to the hundreds place in this number, which is right here, and is also 8. How many tens we have would be in the number that's in the tens place, which right here, and this number happens to be 8 as well. And how many ones we have, we'd go to the ones place and we see an 8 there. So that means we have 8 ones. So this is how we would answer this question. We would look into that place value that they're naming and see what digit is there. And that represents how many of those that we have in this number. Okay, here is our next one. It's at what number has 7 10,000s, 8,000s, 800s, 0 tens, and 5 ones? So what I want to do here to figure this out is I see that the biggest place value they name is the 10,000s place. So I'm going to create enough lines or spaces to give me a number that would go to the 10,000s place. So I'd do ones, tens, hundreds, then a comma, thousands, and 10,000s. So they told me there's a 7 in the 10,000s place, so I would put that here. That is, there is an 8 in the thousands place, so I would put that here. An 8 in the hundreds place, so there we go. 0 tens, which means I can represent that with 0 in the tens place. And 5 ones, which means I can put a 5 in the ones place. So the number that they're asking about would be 78,805. Okay, here's our next one. What number has 100,000, 3 10,000s, 8,000s, no hundreds, 1 10, and 5 ones? Okay, to solve this, I'm going to do the same thing I did last time. I'm going to find my biggest place value that they name, which in this case would be the 100,000s. So I'm going to create a number that has enough spaces that it would go to the 100,000s place. So I do ones, tens, hundreds, comma, thousands, 10,000s, 100,000s. They said that it has 100,000. So I'm going to put 1 in the 100,000s place. 3 10,000s means I would put 3 in the 10,000s place. 8,000s means I'm going to put an 8 in the thousands place. No hundreds, so in the hundreds place, I could put a 0. 110, so I'll put a 1 in the tens place. And 5 ones, so I'll put a 5 in the ones place. So this number would be 138,015. Okay, here's our next practice problem. How many or blank 100,000s equals or is the same as 90 10,000s? Okay, so for this one, what I might do is set up a mini place value chart. I'm not going to set up the whole thing because it doesn't look like I need it. Looks like I just need 10,000s and 100,000s. So when I make this mini place value chart, I'm actually going to just put thousands right here. I know that's not the way that we normally do it, but I am just trying to keep it a little bit shorter because I don't need the whole place value chart to do this. So I'm going to call that the thousands place. I'm going to call this the 10,000s place. And this is going to be the 100,000s place. And if I wanted to label this one, it would be the start of the millions place. Okay, so they gave us 90 10,000. So I'm going to put a 90 in the 10,000s place. Well, we know that we can't have a double-digit number in one place value. That's not how it works. So we know if we move it over here, that's like multiplying it by 10, right? So if I have 90 10,000s, I could take that and divide it by 10 and end up with a 9 in the 100,000s place. And that's what they're asking for. How many 100,000s would be the same as 90 10,000s? So for this answer, I'm going to put a 9 here. 900,000s is the same as 90 10,000s. Okay, here's our last practice problem for today. In the number 4,639,085, which digit is in the ones place? Okay, so we know that from our place value chart that the ones place is the place value that's all the way to the right. So I could go ahead and make a mini place value chart here. That would be the ones, tens, hundreds, thousands, and so on. So in the number that they gave us, they want to know what digit is in the ones place. I just have to look at the last digit in the number, which would be 5, representing 5 ones. So to answer their question, the digit 5 is in the ones place in this number. All right, well, thank you so much for joining me today for this quick place value review. I hope to see you again soon.